Yeah, you done it. Okay, here we are for the deciding game of the Mike O'Rourke Memorial Trophy Tournament. Both players are the only two players on 6 wins. The defending champion Chris Hawkins is currently in first position on a better spread than Paul Allan, both 6 wins and a loss. So these two players are playing for the championship, and the match between the third and the fourth, potentially either Natalie or Mick Healy could finish second or third. So Paul Allan is to start, and he has a opening rack of B B B S O Q U E. What do we play here? SUQ is probably the least worst play. I'm not sure if there's Bosque, BOSQUE. I think there may be. Yeah, so there's a top player of 40 points, which indeed has played. Chris has got a very heavy vowel rack. He's got FAA, then another A, I, O, R. There's every chance he may change here, otherwise it's something like maybe FAA under the B of Bosque, which is only like 6, 7, 8, 11 points. Unless Chris can find something even more inspiring to get rid of 3 or more vowels. FAA is the suggested. Chris has played Safari, getting rid of 3 vowels and keeping a AO leave, which is not bad. So Paul's 23 ahead and got a rack of Bat, Wit, F. Whereas Chris has had a heavy tile turnover and he's picked up LeBlanc. It's closer such as Pavilion, but back to Paul. Paul's got such as Fab playable to the left of Safari, which would be 5, 8, 12, 13, 26, 28, about 32 points by the looks of it. And it appears that may have gone down. The best player according to Quackle is Waift, WAIFT, making Bosquet. And the best plays are all in that situation, taking the extra points of the Hulk of Bosquet. And Waift is the best move with the highest valuation due to getting rid of the duplicate T's and the unfriendly W and F. I didn't think of Bosquet myself, so I've gone a feebler FAB. Still decent points, but not as good a leave. So Paul's played Twit, making Bosquet, and Chris has challenged the Bosquet, which will give Paul an extra 5 points. I can't see the board at the moment. Yes, I've got it back. Chris has got PVAOLI blank. I've got a feeling that parvolin is good through the R, so PARVOLI and blank for an N. The only better possible plays would be through the A of Safari for double-double or the T of Twit for double-double, which I've used all my brain power on getting Parvo in, which I believe's good, so I'm sticking at that. But if there are better plays, potentially through the T for double-double, hats off to Chris or anyone who can find them. Closest is just Pavlova, but as I say, Pavlin's good, which we'll do 4-3-4. Anvil Top's the best for double-double, which I have heard of, but it would not easy to find. My Pavlin is 76. There are words going through pro-viral, which I'm not aware of. I did say pavilion earlier through the eye. There's every chance Paul may see Anvil Top. It's not too high probability 8. Paul will know it. One of the bingos, Val. I can hear tiles being picked up, so Paul must have made this play. But I shall remember Pro Viral and Anvil Top of future. Alright. It was Chris's go, and he hadn't seen any other bonuses or wasn't confident enough about them. Pavilion's the most normal word, which could be expected to be seen. So Chris has lost quite a lot of equity value in not seeing that, but has got an L blank leave. So Paul's 28 points ahead and his play, and has got off lightly from a missed bonus opportunity. So Paul has a record BAFEYDX. Paul had he'd have Oxy from the P onto the triple. This won't be the best play, but there's high scoring with X on the double letter above the E of Boscus for axed, but it leaves just too horrific a rack leaf to comprehend. Another hot spot would be such as BD through the A of Pavia with a B on the triple letter, making 9, 10, 11, 12, 32 points. Foxy's actually the highest place through the O of Pavia, and Paul played it. So Chris, after missing his several bonuses, of which some were difficult, is 81 points behind, but has picked up the second blank. He's got 2 blanks, LEENI. He'll be taking his time, and will have been looking for this during Paul's time at potentially a triple through the P of Pavia. As I say, Chris has had more time than me, but it won't be easy getting a triple through the P. Something more simple through the T of Twit is lenient double. I believe lenient is can be pluralized. Yes, there's a fairly simple triple sleeping or bleeping. It seems that Chris has seen it. I can hear tiles rapping. Or Cineplex is available as well, which isn't much more difficult. using the one blank for G with the P-I-N-G. It's quite easy seeing sleeping or bleeping. So with a 122 point play, this has taken a 41 point lead. Paul's got B-A-T-T-E-N-D. He needs a floating E for battened, as in battened down the hatches. There is an E, but it's in the wrong spot, unfortunately, for Paul. The E of Bosque. Battened. What can I get here? I don't know if unbattered is good. It sounds a bit awkward. A cricketer didn't bat, so he unbattered. It doesn't sound good to me. Be a bit of a risk, or Paul would have to know it for sure to play it. Unbattered. The bingo there is debutante. I'd say there's every chance that Paul would see this. I did that at the World Championship as Saul, but I thought it was maybe a bingo of cornetto and thought it was in too dangerous a spot. So I looked again and saw that the play was actually Trecento, T-R-E. Got an extra 5 points for the challenge from Andre. Sounds like the tile bags are thin, so Paul must have made his play and probably has seen debutante. Paul's not a debutant, he's quite a seasoned top Scrabble player, and no doubt has played a debutant a number of times in his tournaments or Shandays. And card boxing, of course. It says there was a non-bingo play of 39 for Adnate on B9. Oh, that's a nice spot. It's from the L of sleeping going down. I'm praising Quackle, but Quackle's not human, so it's not too bothered about it. But one of the joint inventors of Quackle, Jason Katz-Brown, is doing the joint commentary of the Alchemist Cup, a big international team competition in Malaysia at the beginning of December, co-commentating with Jesse Matthews. And it's teams of 10 teams of 5, such as Malaysia, Australia, United States, Thailand, Australia. We said that. England couldn't get a full team, so there's 3 English players in the rest of the world team. Lewis Mackay, Austin Chin, and Dave Webb, Adam Logan of Canada, and Teresa Brousson of Malta. I'm not sure whether a play's been made because we're on the same screen. But I reckon we've moved on from this. So Paul didn't see debutant and he's just played Det, D-E-B-T, making white. Chris has got a 19-point lead with a rack of W-E-C-L-K-E-S. I think that's a weird word, welt, W-E-L-K-T, onto T, but on either the T it wouldn't make the double. So it's pretty pointless in this instance. The top player was Skew for 39, making beyond that. Chris has played newly 22, playing the W and the L with a directly of SEK. Paul's got a 41-point deficit and has played fairly quickly. We'll have seen while Chris was making his move through an O of Bosquet making heptagon, which is a nice spot, and the anagram of it, I believe, is pathogen, which wouldn't be playing on the same spot, but just to let you know, pathogen is good. So Paul has a 39-point lead with Chris on play. Chris has got LECKSOT, so nearly tackles, but an O instead of the A. So a nice easy play would be SOCK, SOCK, until a T of debt, ST for 236, 1136 points. And I've overlooked the obvious, the best player, pretty easy. Looked a bit harder was Lockets, and that has been played for 89 making debts. Paul's got Ronzier on his rack. Ronzier is not a word, but I think it would be good with a B in front of Bronzier, but the B of bet is one place out. Ronza is a word, meaning somebody from the rest of New Zealand, acronym RONZ, RONZ, rest of New Zealand, as opposed to JAFA, which stands for just another F, Aucklander. I won't say what the F is, but RONZ, someone who's from the rest of New Zealand is known as a Ronza, apparently, which Nigel Richards is. So, not seeing a bingo, there's REZ on the O of Lockets, which will be quite high scoring. I believe. Chris has got a fairly strong rack and he'll be busy looking for a bonus while Paul plays. He needs just a D for outrider. I doubt if outriper is word. More ripe is outripe. You wouldn't really compare it. I think Routhy is good through the H of heptagon. Routhier sounds good to me. ROUTHIER. And give that a 80% shot. And 0 was the top player, which Paul spotted for 61 points to the left of heptagon, which, if Routhier was good, which I'd seen, has blocked that, which is, you know, a double bonus for Paul, but not for Chris. I don't think that Paul has got a 7 of his rack. Routier won't be good. Looks a bit too clunky through the L. Out. So it's got out, RREI. Such as Trez onto a Z for 39. But the leave is not over desirable. OI. So Chris is 11 points behind on turn, and Paul's got a quite scurry rack of MYC, which is a word, and then RAIN. Chris has played in the spot that I suggested with Trez, but he's played Ritz, which is a better play because it keeps an E rather than the I. And Chris has a 28-point lead with pull to play. Poor Chris has got 2 U's and 2 D's on his rack. As I say, on his rack, pulled off MYC, which I believe is I know is a word, but I believe is a cancer-causing gene. Can't particularly see that playable for good points, but Paul is going to be looking to play for decent points, probably playing off the M and Y if possible. There's a nice spot next to the K for KY, which I believe is a jelly or something, but would have to play down with YA, which would be a bit too open really for the points that it would gain. Maybe he could play our Prime Minister as MAY to the left of Lockets, making YO for decent points. I think you need a floating O for acrimony. There is no nothing in that position. Acrimony. So it's a good final game in that it looks like it's going to go to the wire. But there's been a couple of bonuses missed, maybe one for each player, and probably one for me. I think I'm just going with MAY to the left of Lockets. Well, there's anything better. Okay, points in May. The best play is Amnick from C3. C3, right, making ARE and MOP. Second best is Trey the Fish on L1 going downwards. The YA I said making KY for 32 points is seen as the 4th best smooth, but could be rather weak and give away a lot. The other one that Cockle's highlighted is Creamy through the RE of 0 with the M on the double letter of G3. So the scores are going to be pretty even after this play, depending on what Paul plays. So Paul has played RIM, making Trim, REH, Aya, and Mop. Oh, a juicy 31 points, taking a 3-point lead. Paul has kept a rack lead of Caney, CANY. It's fairly strongish and scoring-ish compared to Chris's rack of dude. Our dude. O-U-R dude. There's a beautiful bonus that Quackle spotted the only one. It's through the T of Deaths, if people can see it. I didn't see it immediately. Whether I would have with more time, I don't know, but I'm focused on 2 racks, whereas Chris and Paul's only focused on their own rack, but it was out-jawed, D-U-R-E-D, through the T of Deaths, which would have been a beautiful find. Chris has played D-tall through the same spot. So taking a 19-point lead with Paul to play. He had a rack leave of Caney, C-A-N-Y, and has picked up U-V-E. So it could have been better. I suggest to play possibly is Yucca, Y-U-C-A, making Y-U of the U of detour. It would, of course, if Chris had an S, give him the opportunity on the triple lane at the bottom, and also put an A next to the triple letter square, which Chris would jump at because he's got a J. So at a very minimum, he could make J-A or J-O for 50 points. Which Paul will take into account as to whether to make that play or not. But the play of Yucca would be 4, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 30 points. And clearing quite a bit of junk from his rack, keeping an EV. Yucca is in fact the best point and the best score according to Quackle, the best play, with a valuation of 28 with YE8, which is in the same spot, making KY for 38 as the last turn. So Paul may the best play, but maybe would be hit straight back with a 50 point play for Paul for for Chris for J-A and J-A or J-O. Paul probably has seen the danger of the Yucca, and he has avoided it by playing the colour cyan, C-Y-A-N, lock it with C on the double letter, scoring 30 points. The suboptimal rack leave of U-V-E, but he has avoided Chris scoring a bucket load with a J in that spot. So Chris has an 11-point deficit with Jail, J-A-I-L, and D-U-O. So he's got Jude. That's playable. Looking to play the J-U for sure if possible. It's quite an awkward move. Chris is going to use quite a bit of time making sure he gets a decent score and balances his rack as best he can. JUD is playable to the right of Lockett, making ALUNOD, but gives hooks onto the triple with a E node, etc. As it happens, Paul hasn't got the strongest rack to take advantage of such plays. And best play indeed is Ouija at K11 on the spot that I was suggesting for Yucca, the last move. Chris has played a more conservative JA onto the Y of Cyan, the DUOIL rack leave. This game's going to go right to the wire for the honour, the Micro Rock Memorial Trophy. Paul's played quite quickly. He had sort of limited options. He's played Cave from the C, taking the triple and 27 points, keeping SOU and picking up ORN. Paul has a 9-point lead. Chris has got a record of duo DUOILNN. There's no obvious bingo or anywhere near bingo with this record. Safely plumb full. So again, it's scoring reasonably while balancing his record, giving as little away as possible. It is really limited as to what Chris can score and keeping a strongish leave with this rack. Such as an NOD to the left of Detour, making NU, but that's pretty weak. Is there anything inspirational that Quackle can suggest, please? Top marks the old Vuln from the V of Cave at the top, making ALL and NON, which has a valuation of 21 to above. Do a very tricky rack. So Vuln would give a leave of Dino. That's the obvious scoring spot between the V and the W on the bottom left-hand corner of Bow. But it would be worth it if you could make a play going across as well to double the value of the double word swear. Like rack clearance, like undo J of J. Would potentially give quite a bit away at the triple, with N being the third spot of the triple. We've got NU playable to the left of detail gives us a 37.5% win chance. So Paul is slight favourite at this point in time. Chris has played Union for quite a high tile turnover, keeping LD to the right of Sleeping. So Chris has got a 7-point lead, and Paul's turn with a record of NORSEOU. So there's 13 unseen tiles. This will be before Chris has picked 5 tiles. So it would appear that Chris has left 1 in the back. Paul would welcome a floating M here for enormous, which would be enormous points. I'm guessing the 13 unseen tiles was before Chris's draw. So I'm guessing there's just 8 unseen tiles with 1 in the bag. The top valuation is just VOW playing 1 tile, which would give Paul a strong rack lead, but I believe empty the bag. So Paul's played OURN. I'm not sure if it takes an S or not. Paul has well, there are 2 S's, so I think he'll be picking up another S. So add to his SOE. Chris is close to, I believe, Hidalgo is the word, Hidalgo. Not quite got that. There appear to be 2 in the bag now, and from Chris's point of view, must be an N and a G. Which Chris won't specifically like if he doesn't play the G, because it'd be 2 Gs. So Chris has probably got to empty the bag, and really would have to play out in two moves, including 2 tiles that he doesn't know what he's going to be picking up. I don't know if it's still connected. No. Reconnecting. We had lost connection there. We're back now. I don't think there's a move being made, but it's the end of the game, so the players will be using the time wisely to try to get the winningest move. Crackle tells us the winningest move is GHI on N, which makes Nog CH and KI. Potentially gives away the triple word lane. AH to the right of heptagon, taking the good points from the triple letter square for the H, scores 28 and doesn't give us much away potentially. It again would empty the bag, which would give this DLIIG and GN, which are in the bag, which would be gliding. Gosh. Even though Chris probably doesn't want to keep duplicate eyes, I don't think he'd like to give Paul free rein over the triple lane on the right hand side. So he may well play something like AH to keep it tight. Yeah, so Chris could play ID if he wanted to get rid of one of his duplicate eyes in the same spot on F5. Vertically. Do we know how long Chris has got it for, Jessica, please? Chris has got 3.5 minutes left, so he's still got a little bit of time to think before committing on such a crucial move. Another possible move, don't know if Quackle's spotted this, is VILD going down from the V of K. One highlighted is inlaid through the N of Urn at the bottom, which would help Chris's quest to go out in 2, but would use all his vowels, and I believe there's GN in the bag, so you'd have GNGH. GMGH. I misread the N, M as an N. Well, Chris indeed has played inlaid, so he's 11 points ahead with a final record of GGHM. So basically, Paul's likely to just have to go out in 2 to win the game and the Michael Rock Memorial Championship. So Paul's got a record of DOSE, DOS, plus SEA. Potentially, Paul could play Dado onto the D of inlaid for 4, 5, 7, 8, 24, keeping SEES. Potentially can score more points under inlaid. ADO is the best one by Crackle, just 2 points more than using the same letters for the Dado one that I've just been saying. So Paul can play out the next move, SEES, onto the I of inlaid, or there may well be a second spot. Any of these moves give a 1% win chance. So the only way Paul could lose if he plays a pony, which he's not going to. The best move point-wise is what Paul spotted, Seed, to the right of Heptagon. 30 points, making I a Mo, E and AD, which gives Paul a 19-point lead with AOS. Also, impossible task with GGHM on his list. So an exciting final game going right down to the wire. There were missed bonuses early on with Christmas such as Pavilion or Pavilion. But he wasn't punished for that. The P that he actually played gave him a triple of sleeping for 122, which gave him a strong point. Paul missed debutante early in the game, but got Hectagon then Chris took the lead with Lockett, but Paul's just ground Chris down and is going to take the championship. HM's the best move on 13M. It is showing, making HA and MI on inlaid. So Chris has a 9-point lead, and he's just got to play out with SEES to take the game, which he duly has. But he's played through the V and O to make Abows for 22 points. So Paul Allan is the winner of this game and of the Michael Rourke Memorial Trophy 2018 451, and gallant runner Chris Hull's 430. That's dependent on the result from the other game, but I believe Chris had about 300 points spread better than Natalie, so Chris may well have held on to second spot.